Hold on a second, Madden though. Madden is such an important trade, and he's going to come out second best here. Antares sprayed up through the double doors.
That was Spinks coming to the rescue, and Spinks finally will fall. That's a B-bomb side defender getting taken down, and Madden being down to 26 HP. Does he want to take this duel? A random bullet through the smoke could find him, and is doing a trying to put in a few bullets through the smoke, but it's still a 2v4 heavy man advantage here for the side of Ents.
Shoulder peeking, forces Voxic for the shot. He has to fall back now. Goes back in. The flick is good. Do not peek these two players one by one, and you will get punished. Voxic now is all that remains. There's too many angles, too many targets to come up against. It's dearly, we saw it there in Spinks on the double doors. Meanwhile, though, Voxic missing that shot. No scope shenanigans here. We know he's very capable of doing just that, but he misses the chance, and Snappy punishes him. But in comes Snappy to run into the embracing arms of Xfloud in lower tunnels. And now Emo, he's already had so much impact, 34 HP left on his name, but still takes down the head of Hades, who's caught unsuspecting. Dihan now desperately needs this clutch, but he comes out second best. Oh, beautiful shot. But Madden comes back with two of his own. P250 still in play. There's still enough health. He could feasibly pull this one off, but his teammate, his partner in crime, has been bested. Madden still taking shots. Has the bomb, can get in for the plant. He knows both players are in CT. Doesn't have to worry about any catwalk peek. Now the P250, he's got an opportunity as they push towards him. P250 in for one more. Madden has every chance to clutch this one out, but Emo's up against him. He's been a man on a mission so far. And can the Turkish player do it one more time? Yes, he can. What an important kill that may end up being. He's gonna get one. Sprays in for a second and spills the bomb down. As has so often been the case, Emo comes out clutch when it's required. And Madden is going to get pincered and overwhelmed. Spinks in a 1-on-5. Molly tossed in, bomb spilled out, and there's Voxic. Xfloud and Calyx remain, but Xfloud has found the head of Diha at least, and they know a second contingent player was up on Goose. However, that is Spinks, and Spinks has really come alive with the AWP in this OT. Flashbang is good, and the follow-up damage is there as well. Ents have got it. It was a marathon. Hey. So far, as they look to explode out, courtesy of Snappy with a Tech 9. It could just be the run and gun that yields another round. Snappy gets two, but they didn't check their angles. Calyx now, he goes in for two of his own. And Madden's the last man standing, not for the first time in a clutch. Will be vent diving, dropped down to 47 HP. Down to 43, but he's managed to bypass this angle. Xfloud may not be anticipating this now. He knows where both players are. This is winnable for Madden. First frag down, leaving Voxic all that remains with the opening peeks in and takes down Madden anyway. But now Calyx and Xfloud, who had so many big rounds on that CT side, have to go above and beyond once more. How many times do we see Eternal Fire successfully retake the B site? Spinks, in the meanwhile, though, will finalize onto Calyx, who was low. And now Xfloud at least has the bomb plant for his position, but they must expect this one as the spray is in, and neither of them were checking decon. Before Emo makes moves up on Heaven, they have no idea about this one. Emo's biding his time. Spin around from Madden, but it's too little too late. Now the spray's good. So much damage done to Hades, who's finished off. 2-on-2, and Ents with 25 seconds to try and deny this bomb plant. A low Calyx is finalized, but Voxic is still in with a chance. 15 kills to his name, spotting the first player on main. But now here comes Snappy in the meanwhile. Gonna go in for that wide swing. Voxic removes him, but there's the wall bang from Spinks. Ents get it done, but it's post plant positions. Xfloud will be behind the silo, and his teammate just ahead of him. Voxic down to 65. Snappy playing with his food, gets punished. The spray, not quite there. Grenade up and over. Won't be landing. USP only for Madden on 31 HP. And Voxic on 38. He's biding his time and waiting. He does have a kit. Smoke down, though. But if one bullet connects through that smoke, this round is a done deal. There's a slight gap in the smoke as well. But so Voxic misses, but he doesn't get punished. As he flatlines Diha with his AK, still in position, but will be coming out second best. Antares there as the strength in numbers approach comes in, and Hades with it all to do. 1-on-3 with the AWP, and Antares puts him down. Eternal Fire, Diha now in a spot of trouble. He's got players above him, one on CT side, bombs ticking away, all amongst this now though, but Diha shows his hand. And he pounces in for two. It could be a third as well, but Voxic will be able to deal the fatal damage to him. Does have a kit, does have a bit of time to play with, but now he may have run out, and he's run out of health anyway.
Create the space in towards the site. Smoke into the middle of the side. Zip is being found elsewhere, and well, they're not really getting a lot of ground until this point. Farley needed to find Des. Blamef holds the play from Connector, but Mopaw's looking to spring into action. 8 seconds. If he denies the plant, oh, it could have been rough for Astralis, but luckily the bomb will go down. But unlucky for them, they've lost 2 players, and it's all down to a 1v1. Farley comes out on top, a peek out, and deal with that threat. Something about to be pushed from long. Oh, I can't react in time, and some Pious will bring Config down. Exposed to the long fight and middle at the same time, but Blamef is handling it well and decisively.
It may not bode very well for Dexter. That being said, though, to get into a post plant here with a couple of weakened players on the server, it's always a distinct possibility that this could still spin in your favor. It's about clearing the angles, though. They don't check the box. That will be to the detriment of Bolts. Now, FNX knows where he is, but Dexter moves his head. I don't have a kit to play with. No grenades either, so it feels like Imperial are going to try a speculative attempt here, but they're going to lose lives as a result. Torsi, with a hell of a shot, goes back in for seconds, but he should have done enough. Molotov to the back of the site. The round is a done deal.
Still holding the angle. Here comes the push, and this should be comfortable here, but they haven't smoked off Mini, and Bolt's gonna get a kill. This is a pretty decent crossfire here, but Bolt's, his day should be numbered. FNX is gonna strike with a deagle. Oh, they're all falling apart, and it's all in Frozen now. 18 seconds to work with Vince, and he's running out of time.
Does get the first kill. He's down to 17, though. 1 bullet, and he's a goner. He knows the time is against him. Here comes the white swinging from Bull, but he actually throws the flash in first. It does deny the bomb plant a couple extra seconds, allows him to move in. Flashbang up and over. Frozen's gonna have to be so on point with his aim and takes down the veteran. 50. Dexter now having to watch the close angle. Bolts and Fur both chip in for kills. And Mouse now staggered. Frozen comes out swinging with the M4A1S. There is still a way forward here, considering how low Fallen is. BMAS will have them on the cross. It's a bit of a labored spray, but there is Frozen as well. 2-on-2, and Frozen goes in again. This would be a 2-on-4. Fallen, 3 HP to his name. Bomb spilled down, can pick that one up, but he's only got an AWP by his side. There's so little room for error, and BMAS puts him down. Another huge clutch for Mouse. Mouse and JDC. Couple weekends, but Torsi still nails Fur where he stands with the AWP. Straight to the chest. JDC, though, needs one of his teammates to have more impact. The flashbang is out. He follows it up. Very well played. Synergy. Frags in tandem. And now Bolt with his back to the wall. Has shrapnel, has bullets, and has bodies pushing down. And nearly stands his ground for 2. But Mouse get it done. Peeking into the CT spawn, but he misses the shot. And that now allows Mouse to pick up the pace, to get closer. They can flash in Frozen, and that flash has nailed Vinny in the face. He has to back away again. Just these little small victories, gradually pushing and stymieing away as they push through the Molotov, and Frozen takes down the frag onto Bolts. Does get avenged, though, from Vinny, who puts that up to use. BMAS has a kit in his hands. He knows where Vinny is roughly, sticks onto the bomb, but there is Vinny, making amends for that previous miss as he tosses in the incendiary, and BMAS puts him down. Although Fallen wasn't fragged, he got legged down to 16 HP, and BMAS now is playing hell. With the CT's mind, they have to have clarity and chaos, and instead, it'll be Mouse locking it down.
They're in a decent position to do so. Furia have to try and cut through Max first. DGT's going to hold them off. DGT showing up in style in the pistol. A revolver on Hawker. Surely not. Surely that hasn't
I don't know.
happened.
Maybe he's been playing some MMs.
Heaven. What about the control? And that's going to cost him because he got blindsided for short. And Art needs to unleash, and he will. A double found from Art. Make it 3. He will close out the half in style.
Finally, punches in the digits. Flash deployed. Rox gets his gun out in time. It's David who's trying to close, but drop fires right back.
Looking to activate into the back of Safe. He's just seen a pixel of him. But in the meantime, Kesslot is playing more proactive. He's caught out one. But Safe gets into the midst. He's pulled out his knife. The defuse starting to come through. The knife in the smoke. David down. Finally, DGT will find him, but not enough time to win the round. Safe has done it with the daggers. The advantage now. They're looking to accelerate down through connector. Max has to hold it. Does well to get one. MP9 rattles away. If they committed through the connector, would have to deal with David, which is exactly what happens. David does well. Finds drop, just leaping through, not considering his position. And Furia, even though they get the first couple of kills, they're now going the other way. And 9C fighting back again. DGT only won this time. Not to be caught out from the bank. Rox will spot where the bomb is planted, but has to move closer into Castorado, who'll happily take his life away with the AK. And there's now just David left, having to do everything to keep 9Z alive again. Bomb ticking on top of the truck, tap into the shot. David down into the 1 versus 1, up against Yuri, who's on half health and very susceptible to going down to these bullets. Quickly to the headshot. David gets it done. 4 kills for completing the comeback. Oh, Art unable to draw it back. David follows up. It's all crumbling here for Furia and for 9Z. Might just be a small celebration. The start of the second half became one-sided. Furia were just absolutely bouldering their way through to victory. But 9Z have put a stop to it. What an effort. Yuri goes forward. It's a pick on towards Max. Drop able to follow up. And he's looking for a bit more. He's under so much pressure and will get cleared out. So suddenly, once again, it's 9Z with a chance to close it. But Castorado drops the bomb. It's now DGT. What an absolute beast he has been. And he looks to close it, but gets flanked. Safe comes up. Able to help him out. But they have taken the time, and that does now give them a shot. But somehow, Castorado's head was down, but still, the headshot comes through. Drops turn to try and hold it. It's 1 kill at least on the wallbang through on Rox. David's got a pick on Art and a follow-up. He goes over the top. Drop finally puts an end to him. Safe chipping in as well. And once again, we're back at even player count. And Drop is making the difference this time. It's down to DGT. An absolute monster playing from that position. And the time ticking away on the bomb. DGT wants to draw them into the fights. The 1v1s. Safe is down. Drop swings and the headshot is his. It's coming around the backside. Rox has them looking the wrong way. And he's knocking them down. Rox with an incredible kill on Safe. And now a 4 versus 2. Furia, have they finally had enough? Have 9Z finally put them away? It looks like it. 15 seconds left. Yuri has tried his best, but it hasn't been enough. A tap to the head of Rox, but 8 seconds. Not even enough time to get the bomb down. What a performance from 9Z. What a comeback in regulation. They had every chance. A flawless overtime in the overtime number 1, but couldn't quite close it. Dropping down, applying pressure. Safe. Dropping Castorado with 3, though, for Furia. NQZ strikes into action and gets 9Z back into this one and kicking. Castorado's looking to be quick, though. He's looking to move for the smoke, but okay, NQZ is ready for that. And Castorado goes down. He thought he had the up on them. He thought he had the shot, but now Art having to try and pull this one out for Furia. Can he get it done? He's up against the young Brazilian of NQC on the other side of things. He's got the power position of Pit. Art has a kit and a smoke, though. He can put so much pressure on him. He can force NQZ out of his position. He has to run to the site now. Art just sticking the defuse. Shots will start to miss, and he cannot do it. Furia finally have a pistol round. He's shipping out probably as expected for the most part. And Art, of course, gets the Zeus kill.
Has the kit, but he has to wrap around to short, and there's an AWP here.
Oh, it could be NQZ. It could be him to close it for the debut in 9Z. Unable to take it on the first attempt, but this time it will be closed. Max will take the